Hi everyone. So welcome to Something Saturday. This morning I thought I would show you how to make a card that, now what's it called? Slider. Oh God, I can't remember the name of it now. I remembered it earlier. It'll come to me. Anyway, so Sam is going off to a party and I thought I'd better have a card ready for him to take, obviously. So I thought I would try out one of my new stamp sets that from the new catalogue that has just got going. So yeah, when was it? The 4th of May. Yeah, May the 4th be with you. So the 4th of May, new catalogue came out. So yay! New Stampin' Up catalogue. So if you don't have one and you want one, let me know and I will get one to you. I'm going to switch the camera around so you can actually see the card anyway. Okie dokes. Because pretty sure you're not here just to watch me waffle on. Let's see. So we are there. Pop-up slider card. That's the name of it. Okay. So we're using the gorgeous Putty Puffins. So what happens is then this pulls up and you get a cake and you also get another puffin with a little present. So I thought I would show you how to make this. And this is the gorgeous set that I'm using. So I'm so excited to be able to use this set because I bought it thinking, oh, I really like that. And then I thought, oh, what am I going to do with it? So when Sam said he had a party to go to, and so Sam is 10 for those of you who don't know, and his little friend has a party, so he's off to that, and I just thought this would be a really good set to use for that. Right, so to make the card, you'll need a basic card. So that's your basic card, and you'll also need another piece. So this particular piece, I have my little working out here. So this does not show the bit that I wanted to see. I have a different working out. It's not that working out at all, so forget about that one. So you're going to need a white strip, which is 7.4 centimetres by 14 centimetres long. So I've already cut that. So what I'm going to do is show you how to cut this part. So enter the cutter, stamping trimmer. Yay for the stamping trimmer. It's such a good thing to use this one. Alrighty, so I want to have 2 centimetres on this side, 2 centimetres on this side, and 2 centimetres along the bottom. So that means that I am going from, I'm going to put my glasses on, then I can actually see what I'm doing. So I want to take I'm hoping that this is showing, yes it looks like it is. I want to take this and put it to 2 centimetres there. Then my cutter, I want to bring that down to, hopefully you're not getting my hair in this as well. I want to bring that down to 2 centimetres so you can tell where it is because there's a little line on the cutting thingo. So you go from 2 centimetres and we go all the way down to 13 centimetres, which is slightly short of, so obviously 2 centimetres, this comes to 14.8, it would be 12.8, but for ease of use we're going to 13 centimetres. So then we need to go here and we want to go from the 2 centimetre mark there. So I'm just going to line it up. I've got a line along here, by the way, so I'm just going to line it up with that. I've got my 2 centimetres on the crease. Hopefully you guys can probably see this way better than I can. It's a little more difficult on on an angle to see it. And then we go, you know what, no, I am going to push it down and hope that it's still at 2 centimetres because I just realised that I'm cutting from 2 centimetres. So you're all probably going, oh yeah, already knew that, Heather. But unfortunately you can't tell me that. All right, So now we should have a 2 centimetre gap on either side. That looks bigger than 2 centimetres, so never mind. Okay, so then we've got approximately 2 centimetres at the bottom there as well. So, excuse my head. So now we're just going to cut between this line and this line. So you can see that you've again got a little mark on here. So you can line that up with that and take it all the way across to that. So now you should have a little flappy bit like that. So, ooh, I think my blade might need changing. It's getting a bit furry. All right. Then we want to tuck our cutter part away, and we now bring in the scorer blade. So the scorer blade is light grey with this. So we want to go from 2 centimetres, and again, we're going to be scoring between the lines. So score between the lines from there to there. And then we move it up, and we're moving it to 6.5 centimetres. So this is where this comes in. So I've got the first score mark at 2 centimetres, the second score mark at 6.5, then we've got 11.5. So 6.5, and I've got it measured up, so hopefully you can all see. Let me just move this into sort of the middle of the screen. So 6.5 centimetres, just make sure that your card is always up against the edge there, otherwise you're going to get a wonky line. So 6.5, and then we take it down to 11.5. Keep on moving, keep on swimming, hopefully that's right. If I take it there, it's going to be, yeah, that's right, 11.5. Okay, and that should give me what I need. So then we can bend that one up, and that one up, and then that gives us our mechanism that goes up like that. And I really am a little furry there, so I'm just going to grab, this is just a little sanding block. It's sometimes really handy to have a little sanding block just to get rid of any furry bits. So excuse the fact that I'm just giving it a bit of a sand. There we go. I know I have more cutting blades somewhere, but it's kind of that. Oh, come on. Fur, go away. That's better. All right. So that's our cut piece now. And I'm pretty sure that's all the cutting that we need to do with that. So we'll get rid of our trimmer. I love the way with the trimmer that you can just measure everything up so easily with it. Right, so what happens with this piece now is it actually attaches onto the bottom of here. So if you open your card up and you pop a bit of glue just on that bottom flap there, then this piece connects directly to that. So I've given it so there's a little bit of a gap on either side, and you just want to make sure that it doesn't go beyond that. So it does literally just stick on like that. So let's just push that down, and then you'll see that that should now start to pull up like that. Okie dokes. However, we're not done yet, because we've got to decorate it too. So we need to have something in here, and the something that I have gone with is the cake. So let's grab our stays on. I'm gonna, oh, excuse me a minute. Also just grab a bit of paper to go underneath this, so that I don't end up with it really dirty looking. So let's push that up and make sure we're going to stamp it in the right gap. There we go. So when you're stamping, you just you ink up your image well, and then you hold it down for a count of somewhere between 3 and 5 ideally, and then you'll get a decent image on that. So there's our cake. Then we need, so I have pre-stamped and cut these two little fellas. So we've got him and him, because we're going to pop those, because they're going to stand up on the card. You can sort of see them standing up there. That's why you cut them and then you stamp them and then you cut them out. So we've got that. Now the other thing we want to do is we want to have this little fella in the background here holding on to his present of a fish. So I'm gonna ink this up. So when you ink it up, especially with StazOn, you just need to make sure that it's kind of nice and wet, because StazOn dries kind of quite fast. So let's pop him into there. There we go, perfect. Stamp him off and then give him a bit of a clean. If you clean off your StazOn straight away, it doesn't stain the stamp too much, but there is a StazOn cleaner. So when you want your stamps to look pristine again, it's a lot easier to actually get them pristine with the StazOn cleaner. So we've got, oh, where's he gone to? There he is. And we need to give him his little gift. So let's pop that little fishy in there. The other thing with StazOn is you don't want to leave it too long before you stamp it, because it actually dries really fast. So let's give the little fishy a quick clean. And there it is. There we go. So we've got that and that. So when you pull it up, they'll come up. Then we've got the Happy Birthday and Make a Wish. So I've actually used colour for those ones. So we're going to get rid of the StazOn. We're going to find a bit of colour. So Pacific Point is the Make a Wish. And we really want to stamp it the right way up. Don't know why, but you know, one of those things, it's probably better if it's the right way up. So Make a Wish. Clean that one off. And let's find another colour for that. I used Poppy Parade. I kind of like the Poppy Parade actually. It's a nice red. So we will go with Happy Birthday. Let's pop Happy Birthday there. As I say, just make sure you hold it down for long enough, because then it'll give you a nice image. Pop that away. Give my Happy Birthday a quick clean off. Jolly good. And oh, and the other thing is I've actually used, so if you look at this card, you can see I've used a whole heap of these around the outside. So we're going to do that as well. However, this time, so in the last card when I did it, I actually put these on after I'd done everything else. And this time I'm going to do them before I stick everything down, because I think that will be way more sensible actually. It was kind of more of an afterthought last time. But what I don't want is to have the ink going onto that bit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mask that off. Oh, and apparently I have masked it that well that it's stuck onto the paper underneath. Go me! Wow! There we go. Heaps of candles going on in there. So we can now take that bit off and you'll see that that's now still quite clean looking. Hooky dogs. So, oh, the other thing I was going to do was I thought it would be nice to round the corners a little bit. So let's just get rid of that stamp. Move all those stamps out of the way. I think we're done with all the stamping now. That's good. All right, we're still going. Excellent. So you do need to colour them in. So all I've done is I've gone with some of my bright colours, and I just thought it would be fun to have them. Nope, this side. That's that one. Whoa, what other colour should I use? Maybe some green. Green would be kind of cool on there too. Give them a little green hat. Green and blue hat. And then let's colour this puffin as well. And give that a colour there, and a colour there. Oh, come on out, little mate. Here he is. Oh, let's give him some orangey yellow feet as well. This one is Mango Melody. Sounds lovely actually, doesn't it? Some of the names they come out with are way nicer than the names that Tom would give them, trust me. I've sort of looked at things before and he's looked at them and said, Baby Pooh Brown. It's like, oh, well, you know, I really don't think that would sell terribly well. Let's colour that bit. Oh, I haven't done the cake. Well, let's just go with some colour on the cake. Wait. What colour am I going to do the fish? Oh, I think I did the fish in the Mango Melody as well, actually. Little goldfish. Because, you know, everyone needs a goldfish for a present. Let's go the deeper blue. Here we go. Some yellow flames. Very stereotypical. Okay. So I can always colour more in later anyway. Right, we need to stick this down now. So what I've done is I've taken some of the tear and tape adhesive and I'm going to put a strip along the bottom. So one strip along the bottom and a strip along the side. That didn't actually reach far enough. Oh, that was a bit silly. All right, hang on a minute. Let's just start tearing that back. Then I can put a little bit more up there because I'd quite like it to go all the way to the top, really. So let's take those strips off. That did not work at all. Yay. Okay, right. All right. Give me a moment. That was not meant to happen, obviously. I am just gonna persuade off that little sort of extra ripped bit that happened there. Wow. Probably couldn't do that again if I tried. I'm just gonna add a wee bit more on top of it because now it's not so good. And I'm also gonna find my pokey tool, because I really should have just been using that in the first place. That would just make things so much easier. And I'm going to have to add a bit more onto there. That's okay though, because it's not, it doesn't actually matter if there's a little bit more tear and tape along the bottom there. All right, so then what you do is you just fold the card down like that. Ha-ha! Excellent. Now this little top bit, I would quite like to have a bit of ribbon. So I've used this one and you just want to center it between the two and press it down. So you press it down flat, this one, and then it'll give you that little oval shape. Then we can add a little bit of this gorgeous glittered organdy ribbon. Sort of looking at my ribbons going, oh, what would be good for a party? And then I saw this and went, oh, glitter. Yeah, definitely. I mean, who doesn't love glitter? So all you need is just a little bit of that. And then this is new too. This is the Simply Elegant trim. And fabulous. I'm so pleased that we have gold and silver twine, basically, back again. So yay! Good on you, Stampin' Up, bringing gold and silver twine back. Very happy about this. And they're around for an entire year, so we can't lose them again after Christmas. All right, so all we're going to do then is just tie off. You just want to eek, tie, and then sort. Come on, we can do this. Just tie it in a knot, trim off the edges, and I have to admit it kind of does like to unwind, so that's probably a good idea to keep the packet and let it unwind itself in the packet if it needs to. Get rid of that piece. And the last thing to do is to stick our two puffins onto here. So we're going to have one there and one there. So bear in mind when you're sticking your puffins on, not to put glue over the entire back of it, because otherwise you're just going to glue your puffin down to here as well when it sits flat. So you only want to put it just kind of on the section there, so he can stand there. And then the other little fella, just sort of on this side, and he can go there. Oh, there was one more thing I was going to do with this card. So you see how we've got these corners here? I thought they would be nicer if they were rounded, and seeing as we're already using this punch, I figured we might as well. So you will find with this punch, so it's the Detailed Trio punch. This is what this one's called because there's 3 bits to it. Okay, so you'll find that there's a little corner piece there and a little corner piece there. And when you put it in, you want to make sure that it's actually up against both pieces, and then you'll end up with a nice corner. If it's not, you'll end up with something that doesn't look like a nice corner. Just so you know. There we go. Way nicer. And we can get rid of all the rubbish. And conveniently enough, my bin happens to be behind me, which is amazing, because sometimes I go to shove everything in the bin and then discover that the bin wasn't actually behind me and everything went on the floor. So I hope I'm not the only person who does that. However, there we go. So, pop-up slider cards. So we've got a little, not penguins, puffins. And a cake. Happy birthday, make a wish. And then we've got the little puffin at the top. So I'm really pleased with this card. I think it came together really well. I hope you like it and have a go at it. If you have a go, show me what you make in the comments, because I'd love to see it. And don't forget to share. So share the love. And I'll just say this is available now. So yay! If you want it, I can't remember how much it was, but I can tell you. Hang on a minute. We have Isn't It Beautiful new annual catalogue, and they are called Party Puffins, which conveniently enough there is a page 67, 68, 67, there they are. They are $35 for that set. And look. Over on this page is that gold and silver twine. Oh, that's the Simply Elegant suite, which is so pretty. However, there are heaps in here that is so fabulous. So, as I said earlier, if you don't have one of these and you want one, let me know and I'll get one to you. Okay, thanks for joining me again, and I will see you next Saturday.
Bye.